you guys. I wanted to come on and to talk about the podcast that's hosted by Shamea Morton, who is a friend to the Real Housewives of Atlanta and Portia's best friend. um, I guess she has a friendship with Candy as well. Anyway, she's hosting Real Talk with the husbands of Real Housewives of Atlanta, right? And the main three guys, I guess the only husbands, I guess, is Ralph, who is married to Drew, and Ross is married to Sonia, and Todd, of course, is married to Candy. Um, so they were asked, I guess they're going to kind of talk about the episodes as they go on. Maybe the ones that they're really involved in, they may not talk about every episode. I don't know. But she, of course, Shamir was asking, well, let me start with this Todd stuff because this, I don't know. I have a cut from the video. I might not show it because they might try to come over here because I don't have nothing against people, buddy, but they love trying to put strikes on your page. So I might just play the audio for you. Cause see, people, they do little grimy shit on the back end. I don't like stuff like that. But so yeah, I'll probably just play the audio for you guys. But what I was going to say, and the part that I'm going to play is not going to include this, but the video is about, I think, like 45 minutes, maybe somewhere in there. So if you guys want to watch the full discussion, but I thought it was interesting that she was bringing up, and maybe this was something that I missed from the last episode because I didn't see episode 2, but she was talking to Todd about the rumors about him and having a girlfriend in New York or something. And so which people have put that out there. I feel like this is all a part of making people want to tune into the show. That's what I think. It's like marketing, right? um because first of all, I feel like Candy and Todd's relationship kind of gives me open marriage feel. Now I don't know because I don't know these people, but I'm just saying it gives me that feel, right? So I don't really think it's a big deal if he was doing something. So when you hear things like that about Todd or even Candy, you kind of don't care, right? Um, but I know they've said that about him before, and I find it interesting that in the next episode he is supposedly going to move into, or he's getting an apartment in New York, I guess, to work or whatever. And some people would probably say he's been probably working on getting himself back to New York for a while. Because, I've seen some YouTubers with some stuff out here saying certain things about their relationship or whatever. But like I said, I feel like they give me open marriage vibes to where it's probably not a big deal anyway. So there's no scandal there, is my point. There's really no scandal there. Now, if that's true or not, I don't know. He's claiming he has work that he has to do in New York, I guess. And we're going to see, I guess, this play out in the next episode. They're going to tour the apartment that he's looking at in New York. Um, and so, yeah, that just kind of was kind of like striking me as odd when she was asking him about that. Because the last episode, if you guys are following this podcast, he was kind of talking about not getting the recognition that he feels like he should get for a lot of the projects that he and Candy work on. People always say it's Candy's restaurant, it's Candy's this, it's Candy's play, it's Candy's, and because she is the known celebrity, and they don't really look at her husband as a celebrity, and so that's kind of just what they mean. It doesn't mean that but I get what he's saying as well. I said that last time. You should give people their recognition when they're doing things, right? Just being fair, right? He is a lot of the reason that their restaurants are successful. He came up with the idea, to my understanding. And so, yeah, people should give him that recognition. And for some of the other things that he's doing on TV or wherever else he's, working with her on projects. So I do understand what he's saying, because these things also help him with his career and his path, that whatever it is he's trying to do, right? So anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because they do bring that up again in this video. I guess they kind of continue that conversation. But then they get into Ralph, and Ralph is Drew's husband. Now, like I said, I don't know a whole lot about Ralph and Drew. And I think the other girl that was on there was Latoya. I didn't watch that season, so I really don't know what was going on with them like that. But apparently, she has some type of issues with her husband and within their marriage, right? And there's a lot of rumors about divorce and I think they were saying something about he left home. I'm not laughing at the situation. This is just, he left home. It's just, yeah. Anyway, he left home for X amount of days and she didn't know where he was. He did not contact her. Now, this is her husband. Um, and that kind of played out on the show or something last season or whatever season that was. I think it was last season. So I don't know. Yeah, like, and you're still married to this person, but I don't know what happened. I don't know what the reason was why he went wherever I just can tell just from watching them. He seems uncomfortable on the show, period. But I just watching them, you could tell something is going on, right? They don't give you that vibe that couples should have. Anyway, I'm gonna play you guys a little bit. I'm just gonna play the audio because child, the kid coming over here put those strikes on the page. But you guys can go to her page and listen to the full conversation at Candy Online. But I'm just gonna play you guys where Ralph is talking about the scene where someone brings up to Drew about the assistant, Anthony, I think that's his name, saying that her husband is gay, right? Which they, like I said in my last video, they say that about all these guys. And I forgot all about Dennis, like, but they're going to bring Dennis up. And I didn't hear this part. Like, if you guys are watching this season of Real Housewives, let me know if you heard that, because I didn't hear them saying anything about Dennis. But then, I probably just missed it. But I'm going to play you guys the clip.
Back up. Yeah, I caught her before a shower. She was like, you want the nasty? I was like, yeah, I'll take it. Okay, give me the nasty. I'll take it before the shower. Okay, good. Give me that. Let's pick it back up.
Oh, we don't really need this part Todd talking about.
They played a game at the table.
Oh, here it is.
Shady tea game. Yeah. They pulled the name, and it was said that Candy was eating eggplants in locker rooms. Yeah, sucking dick in locker rooms. Okay, well, there you go. I was trying to keep it PG, but I didn't know if we can be sucking dick in locker rooms. Is that? I mean, did that make you feel? Because it's like, don't say that about my wife. Like, did that make you feel some kind of way? These women are reckless. They say anything. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It takes a lot to bother me. I'm not really tripping. You know what I mean? Well, you've been in the game for a while now, so the rookies, I'm sure they are bothered. I know, Raph, you've been bothered a couple weeks now. Like, damn, they just keep coming for me. Like, I'm not even a housewife, and they coming for me. They definitely came for you at this tea. It was thrown out there that you were gay, and that had to hurt. What I mean,
like Todd just said, people will say anything. It's like, hey, everybody needs a storyline. Everybody needs something to say, and I don't know. It's like, all right, which one? So it's like I got all of these different things. I'm cheating. I'm doing this. Now I'm gay. And that's like the only way. It's like, I can't get you. I can't make you mad.
You think they're picking?
Oh, he's gay.
So they brought up.
Next they're going to tell me I'm a lesbian.
Well, let me see. So they brought up Porsha's baby daddy, Dennis. And kind of like hinting like you two got a thing going on.
Wait, I missed that part. What part was that?
Well, do you remember that? Did you see that?
When it was 17?
Yes.
I know they pulled up a picture. She said it was in his phone, but it was talking about the assistant being messy. You know what I'm saying? So trying to say, hey, you know what? That's Dennis and that's Drew's baby daddy, But actually, the picture, we had a club partying, So I don't know.
What is he saying about that? Did you talk to him about it?
About what?
This whole situation. Them trying to say, it's a thing.
It's just like, but I don't know what to say about it because it's like, what is it? It's nothing, So I don't know what to I don't know what to say about it. It's one of those kind of things. Like I said a second ago, people will say anything.
Yeah, stop that shit. Stop that shit. Stop saying anything.
Cut that shit out.
Stop saying what? Like, stop making shit up. Like, My thing is, how does this, if y'all want to do your shit, have your receipts, it's like, that's cool, but for the women just making stuff up, it's like, come on, man. Like, and the thing is, the guys can't even say anything back. Like, if I came back and was like, yeah, bitch, could you do? Like, oh, he's the girl's business. Yeah, it's like, come on. I do think it's unfair that men can't have bonding moments or spend time without being associated as being gay. I think that's unfortunate. I had a question because I literally, like, my birthday's coming up. And birthday girl. My husband does a great job with, planning things.
So yeah, she's gonna go into asking them about gift giving and planning dates and stuff, which was a good conversation as well. Because I'm getting ready to have this conversation again, similar conversation about this whole Ti try to play tribute child to Kevin Samuels. Like I'm just getting over Kit and Caboodle at this point. Like, but I think his funeral was yesterday or today. But yeah, I hear in the video between Ti and Kevin Samuels about women, not being appreciative of the things that men do for them. And so she's kind of leading into a conversation like that as well. So I thought that was interesting. So you guys can go over to their, it's on Candy's page on Candy Online, but Shamea is hosting to hear their full conversation. And she just kind of says, oh, I hate when Valentine's come around and I get candy or something. She's just using, I feel she's using that as an example. Because if your husband know you don't like candy, why would he keep giving you candy? Like, make it make sense, right? And I think that's kind of what the guys start kind of telling her. But, what's his name? Ralph was saying, sometimes he do like to surprise his wife and just do things without really talking about them to her. And so that's kind of what the conversation is going to lean into right now. But if you guys want to hear it, you can go over to Candy's page and listen to the full conversation. But yeah, T.I. and Kevin Samuels, because I guess T.I. had interviewed Kevin Samuels and then he didn't post the interview, but then now all of a sudden he thinks he needs to let the world hear that foolishness. Let me get off of here so I can get to that video. I'm gonna come back with Ti and Kevin Samuels, but yeah, they're kind of it's interesting how they're kind of touching on the same conversation as to say, it's a damn if, well, Ti and Kevin Samuels kind of saying it's a damn if you do, damn if you don't. But to me, and like the guys that are sensible in this video are saying, that really comes down to communication. Because if you don't like something, you should communicate that. Like, that's it and that's all. It's not rocket science. Okay, there's no reason for anybody to be out here wagging their finger at anybody or talking down to anybody. If you don't like stuff, let me know so I won't do it. Right? If you don't like surprises, let me know so I don't do that. If you want surprises, let me know so I can do that. It's very simple. You communicate that. There's no reason for you acting like you need to go get Kevin Samuels to explain that to you. Like, we're all sensible enough to figure that out, right? Because when people give you things and you don't like them, how you feel when those moments happen, right? So anyway, let me know what you guys think about what the guys had to say, and how do you feel about um, the whole conversation at this tea party about people. I think we have this conversation all the time anyway around the show about them calling people gay, and I feel like they do need to stop that. Um, but it seems like when the women are getting ready to either divorce the guy or they're having issues with their boyfriend or husband, then they let these things kind of go out there. And I don't know what's going on with her and Ralph, but it could be the setup for them to put that out there like that. And then I don't even know why Dennis is getting pulled into this at all. He's not even on the show this season. Portia's not even on the show, right? So I don't know why his name is getting pulled into this. And then Shamea asked him, I think you guys can hear him in that clip, like, did he talk to Dennis about it? And he said, no, like, why would I talk to him about it? There's no truth to it. Like, like, if he's not talking to Dennis all day, every day, then why would he call him with that, right? Anyway, let me know what you guys think about what they had to say. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm going to come back with this whole TI conversation.